Hey guys, welcome to this episode of On Another Line. Today, we're going to learn two knots that will allow you to connect a braid to a leader or a braid to a backer, either way. So let's turn the camera around, let's dive into it, check out the Albright knot as well as the uni to uni. Alright guys, I have a piece of fluorocarbon and a piece of Power Pro braid here. If I can get a hold of the fluorocarbon here, pretty tough looking through the camera. So I'm going to have the tag end of the braid, or I'm sorry, of the monofilament or your fluoro going this way, and the tag end of the braid coming off your rod this way. So I have them doubled up here. So I'm going to take the braid first. Doesn't matter which one you start with. I'm going to make just a granny knot loop, and then I'm going to take this tag end and wrap it around both lines 3 to 5 times, depending on what you want to do. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to do one last time for 5, and then I'm going to take this tag end right here, pull through, and I'm going to cinch this down. I don't want to pull it super tight. I just want to get it fairly tight here. We want to make sure that we're going to lubricate this with some saliva or lake water or whatever. And then I'm going to flip the line. It's easier for me to flip it if you're ambidextrous, or if you can do this with the other hand, it's totally fine too. But I have this flipped. I have the tag end of the fluoro over here now. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Little small granny loop, or granny knot loop. Hitch knot, I guess it's called. So I'm gonna do this 5 times, just like I did on the other side. And then I'm going to, again, cinch this down. I don't want to pull it too tight. So now what I have here is the fluoro knot here and the braid knot here. I'm not going to do it right now just for the simple fact that I can't see it. You would want to lubricate this area right here in between here really well. But when you pull on both tag ends, those knots are going to creep together. Hopefully they will, because I can't lubricate them. There they go. So now what we have is a fairly nice looking little barrel knot there. You're going to take the tag end of the fluoro, trim it off right at the knot. You can't get it too close. Same way with the braid. You're going to trim the braid as close as you can get it to the knot. And that is knot number 1 of this video, the uni to uni. Let's jump over to the harder one to tie, and that's the Albright knot. I have my tag end of the fluoro here and my tag end of the braid here. I'm going to drop my braid for a second. I'm going to create a bite or a loop in this mono or fluoro, whatever you're using. You see here that I have this loop or this bite if you're in the sailing or the boating world. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my braided line and I'm going to put it right up through that bite. So I'm putting that right up through that loop. And then what I want to do is I want to pinch right here with my fingers, my right hand, maybe your left hand if you're left hand dominant. And then I'm going to take this tag end of the braid and I'm going to wrap it around this tag end or these 2 ends of the mono or fluorocarbon that you're using. We're going to wrap it around about 5 times. So there we go. I got wrapped all the way up. Now I'm going to take this tag end and I'm going to wrap it back down the line over top of itself. This is where it gets a little tricky. That first loop or 2 there has to be held with your other hand so it doesn't come unraveled. So that's 3, 4. Let's do 1 more here. So we got 5. Now I have this thing. Now what I want to do is I want to match the way this line is going down. You can see, if you guys can see it, it's going up and over and down through that. So I want to do the exact same thing with this one, but on the other side. So I'm going to take this, go through the loop, grab it on both sides, and I want to pull on that. So I'm going to lubricate this area really well. I'm not doing it right now because I don't want to gross you out on camera, but we're just going to pull on this thing. We're going to hold on to the tag ends, make sure you're pulling them equally. There you go, Albright knot. Trim the tag end from the fluoro over here. Trim the tag end of the braid over here. And there you have the uni to uni and the Albright knot. All right, guys, so there you have it. Two fairly easy knots to get you out there fishing and tying braid to backer or braid to leader material, whether that be fluorocarbon or whether it be mono. It's totally up to you. Both of those knots work in either scenario. Again, I tie the uni to uni more often than not because I feel it's a more simple knot. It is a little thicker. You can hear it going through the guides, especially if you're using, Torzite guides or something like that. That's really sensitive and really brittle and dense. You're going to hear it a lot. But other than that, guys, I will tie the Albright knot if I'm getting ready for tournaments or something when I have a lot of time to tie them, because it does cast a little farther, a little better. But if I'm out on the water, it's the uni to uni. Guys, if this video helped you out a little bit, share it with your buddies. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would appreciate it if you would do so. If you can, get out there and lean on them. We'll see you next time on another line.